Well, here we are. Just going to extend my screen here. I almost didn't come into work today. I'm not going to stay the full day. Going to do a little bit and then take the day, half a day. Anyway, it is FOC with the CCB. You've got Neil here. What do we got? Blind bags came out. Mark Spears blind bags. We did a video on that. I don't think I have any here on me right now, but we opened some. Had some doubles, which is going to happen. You know, there was a couple where we got 2 in a row. There was one we got 5 of the same in a row. But we didn't we didn't open that many. I think we did like 25 we've opened. I've had a friend open one, get 5 different ones, and one of the foils. And so, like, I don't know. I've heard both ways that they're really good, and some people say that the mixture is not good enough. I gotta say, having 80 different, not 90, he said there was 90 by the end, 90 different covers in there. I don't know. No one's ever done that. But again, some people are happy, some are not. Either way, you've got the new one, and it's due to be ordered. But we'll get there. Let's jump into the pre-sales. Again, CanadianCompin.com. That's our website, our store. We have a location in Stayner, Ontario, near the Blue Mountains. And that's my ramble. Let's go to the pre-sales on our website. Pre-sales. We always start with DC. I usually start the FOC when I'm uploading to the site with DC. And we'll make it a bit bigger. No need to see me. All right, Batman 162, Hush, Part 5. This thing is so delayed. The last part sold terrible off the stands. Subscribers, people into it are getting it no matter what. But the pickups off the stand was dead, so we will not be putting much on the stands. But there are some cool variants. There's David Finch. And we do have that continuing Delato painted cardstock one, and there's a Derek Chew. They did say at the beginning this was Eastside Ribic, and then they changed it. So, and Perel, cartoony but fun. There's the foil and the your oversized ones, and an annual. Jessica Fong. I don't know if they canceled the Jay Lee one or not, but there's the Seb McKinnon one as well. I'm going to have to double check to see if there is a Jay Lee or if we just still don't have the cover. Mr. Terrific number 6 is finally on FOC this week. They kept shifting it, but it's there now. Absolute Batman number 14. Killer Croc, Biting into Bane. I have not read this last arc. I'm only up to, I think I've read up to 7, and I'm way behind. So don't spoil it for me. And Guillaume March, stylized. It's definitely March, but not my favorite. This A cover is always delayed. We always get the variants, but we never see the A closer to the end of the week. I believe there's a first appearance of a character in this one. A new villain takes Gotham by storm. Newest enemy cuts a bloody path through Gotham. Does it say its name? No. Crossfire? I don't know. Somebody with a gun? Maybe. Or did he appear in last issue like a cameo or something? I don't follow with this series. This Ashley Wood cover is really cool. I like that one. I love old Ashley Wood, and the new style seems a little lighter, and I haven't enjoyed it as much, but I would say that this is my favorite Ashley Wood in the last couple of years. Dark Patterns, last issue. People do say this is a good read, so when it's collected, we'll stock it on our shelves. And I know issue 2 and 3, maybe even 4 are tough finds, but especially 2, that's up in value. Man, I love Ryan Sook, but I have not enjoyed his Action Comics covers. I know it's Superboy, it's not Superman, but just haven't enjoyed it. If you really want to check out some cool Ryan Sook, go back to his Spectre, where Hal Jordan was the Spectre. Great stuff. Interiors and covers. Colleen Doran. Haven't seen her in a while. See, that's better than the A cover. It's a great cover. And we got Supergirl number 7. Little cutesy. And this one I really, really liked. Sozomaika. She kind of went away for a bit. I remember her saying, I think like a year ago or something, she's saying that she just wants to take a break a little bit and not do as much because she was doing so many exclusives and conventions and it was like a lot. But she's come back and doing a couple of covers here and there. But the Supergirl one's really good. Amy Reeder just put out a really good Amy Reeder Supergirl cover in the back issue bin. We made the video this morning. It's up already. You can catch that on YouTube or TikTok. Aquaman 11. We're talking about how Aquaman and Green Arrow, they're always getting canceled, and they'll have like great cover art. And sad for Green Arrow because it was really well written, good interior art and outside. But Aquaman has been getting great covers for like every issue, but we have next to no people who pick it up. Alberto, how's it going? Good morning, almost the afternoon. Green Lantern Corp 10, we don't have the full cover art, but you know, you can see what it's going to be. A couple of covers missing, and we got a new Batman Beyond, but it's teaming up with Static. And of course, it wouldn't be right without having a Dustin Nguyen cover. We got a Raza as well. Static has grown up. He's no longer that kid. We got a foil, and then Dennis Cowan. He's been doing the convention rounds as of late. Came to Toronto, which is cool. Batman, Gotham by Gaslight. And another one of those Ashley Wood covers. And, you know, I do actually like this one too. It's like the style has been changing a little bit to show a little bit more detail and a little less just scratchy mess. Freddie Williams. Kryptonite Spectrum. I've heard people say they like it, and some people say they don't. They didn't know what they were expecting with the Ice Cream Man duo. So you know, it's a matter of taste. One of the cover images we don't have yet. This one is weird. And we've got our facsimile. This is the first team up of the JSA and the Justice League. And a second printing for number 12, Batman Absolute. We just added that yesterday. These were up from last week. And again, we're keeping our Batman Deadpool up for, it's only a couple more weeks left. And you've got to make your decisions on what covers you're getting or if you're getting them all. There are some really cool options. No ratio variants with this release. Just good and bad. Sometimes it's nice to have the ratios and make a little bit extra money. Some of these were already on, you know, weeks previous. Blood Squad 7. Gray Lady, I believe, was up. And Geiger. Another round of Geiger. Got announced that McFarlane is going to be doing Ghost Machine toys. So that's pretty cool. Geiger obviously will be the first one to hit. That's like their flagship title. And we do have Youngblood variants going through a bunch of Image titles. Gary Frank did that one. Black and White. Red Coat. Still a strong Ghost Machine subscriber and pre-sale. Here's the Youngblood variant. It's a wraparound by Hitch. Black and White. Spawn. These covers were just kind of just fine. They're good covers, but you know, a lot of times you expect Spawn to be like Bob. And the Youngblood one. Who did this? Urag? No. Booth, right? Yeah. You know, is what it is. These have been on the FOC last little bit. Last part of this series. I'm still waiting for it. I feel sneeze coming on, so it might happen. Might just be like Department of Truth and Die back. This was a really cool series and really well painted or drawn. I'm not quite sure. Stephanie Hans does their art, but it's a sequel. If you haven't checked it out, we do have the trade. We always keep the trade and the compendium, I believe, in stock. And there is a Momoko variant if you don't know about Dai, it's like there was an old Dungeons and Dragons Saturday morning cartoon, and all these kids got sucked into the Dungeons and Dragon world, and they had to like play through, but it was like real stuff. So this is the series never ended. You never found out what actually happened to the kids. So they decided to do this kind of thing where the kids came back and they had a normal life, but one of them was stuck back in that Dungeons and Dragons world. They get sucked back into the game as adults and find out their friend has become the villain. He's like the dungeon master, and so they have to do all this, and it's cool. It's a really cool series, and here's your Youngblood Dai crossover thing. All right, and Kaya, Colossal Kaya. It's a one shot. Kaya, it's ongoing, and people who have read it say it's really good. I don't think it's much in value outside of #1. Maybe #1's a $8 or $10 comic, but I know a lot of people don't put it on their stands. So if it ever gets kind of like a little heat, it's going to be tough finding those issues. And there's the Youngblood variant. And I know we have a bunch in the back, so I should probably stock up because I think we only have like 3 or 4 issues in the bin. Artificial got a Youngblood. So there's Shaft gripping the lady, being like, get closer. Author Immortal #2, again, a Youngblood cover. And I gotta say, the Youngblood pre-sales from might have been last week were not strong. So I know Rob's got his fans, but we are but a small little store, so I can't expect big store orders on it. And a Youngblood variant for Blood and Thunder. Death to Pachuco, it's a little crime thing. G.I. Joe covers are always fun. I like Andy Kubert. I like Adam Kubert a little more, but both of them are their art is starting to look like Joe Kubert's. Like you can see the age kind of coming in, and just it's slightly shifting towards that. Power Fantasy, here's an old homage to X-Men 100 with the Youngblood. Rogue Sun, there's our Youngblood variant. And this is another one that's like a big universe. It's got multiple miniseries, and the ongoing still going. Again, you see things happen like Invincible. Again, Invincible is done quite well, but it also got the animated series. This is kind of like, it's its own superhero universe, and it's very low printed. If it ever blows up, it's going to be tough to find those issues. But that's if it does become a thing. Transformers 26. #25 is sold well. We ordered extra of #24 and 25, hoping more people will check it out, and they did. We might have a copy left. I know we have some blanks, but of #25, it's gone to second print. I believe it's going to be in this video. But 26 has 3 variants. And Witchblade. Couple different covers here. Some fan favorite artists doing the variants. Lyrics. Got different incarnations of Witchblade. And again, another Sozo Micah. I think she's on for the next. I think I saw her next issue. She's also got a variant cover, but that's like a little call out to Michael Turner, because he had a cover with her in the red dress, or it was like the interior page or something. I remember this image. But there you go. A blank for Dive, Viking Mood 2. Uncovered was from last week. Ice Cream Man was from a couple of weeks. Spawn Dark Ages. But these guys right here are new. 25 got 4 different variants. And Rogue Sun #30 was a Spawn crossover. And already hit a second print variant. So there you go. If you missed out on the first print and didn't know Spawn was going to go into Rogue Sun, he did. All right, let's check out the indies. Like I said, Mark Spears blind bags, whether you like them or didn't like them, or you think they're horrible for the business, or you think they're super fun. #8 is only blind bags. You can't just buy an A cover. He's put more, what are those called? The golden ticket things, but there's Unholy Grail. You put more Unholy Grails in this, so there's going to be 25 one-of-ones that you could get. I think there's still 9. I just saw a post by Mark Spears this morning. They pop up every now and again, but he said There's 9 left in the current blind bags. So people are finding them. But there you go. Blind bag, cover price. If you want 10, save 10%. If you want 50, save 15%. Blue Falcon, Dynamut, Perillo. Weird one. Amanda Connor cover. We just added that yesterday. Linsner. We only had a couple people picking this series up, giving it a try. We'll see if they stick through. And Matina. Gargoyles and Fantastic Four. A lot of the cover images, we pulled them from our distributor Lunar. The Dynamite ones were kind of blurry. So sorry about that. Anyway, you got Amanda Connor, Bagley, Baldari, and Peter Cannon. There is an Alex Ross cover, if you're a Ross fan. And Thundercats have another one-shot. They're probably going to do a one-shot for all the characters. And Vampirella Armageddon, number 5. The Tina cover was really good. There's a Lyrics Lee cover. We almost never get somebody ordering the cosplay. What are you going to do? Lion King got pushed back, so it's going to be here for a couple of weeks. Same with like all these Dynamite covers. They've been up here, some of them for multiple weeks, some for a week, but they've all gotten pushed back. So yeah. Detective Kaiju was pushed back as well. There's a Secret Reveal cover. We've got some new Conan. Conan, it's gone down to our subscribers. We don't sell any off the stands anymore. Doesn't matter if it's Conan the Barbarian or Savage Sword. When we do a convention, we'll sell a couple of pieces sometimes if we bring the Conan selection. Yeah. Save now. Number 1, we had a bunch of people check it out. It's out now. The ones who are online, they won't be able to get to read it before they have to order number 2. So if you want number 2, you gotta get the order in. Survive, another one from Bad Idea. Dick Tracy, number 13. I did really like the B cover. Megan Hetrick. That's a nice, classy Dick Tracy cover. Gunpowder Prophets, Liquidators. This is a new, I'm not sure what this is about. I could read it. I could read it, and then I would know. I'd have the information. All right. Aubrey Street arrives in 1891 looking for a feminist masterpiece that won't be published for almost 100 years. She worries that 1981 might be rejecting her. Aubrey is a liquidator. Her job is to fix glitches in time. She just wishes she could fix the glitches in her life. In another part, Gilded Age New York, John Hawksmoor plans to kill a servant girl whose life has been turned upside down by the book she found in her employer's library. Somehow all their lives are connected. They just don't know it yet. So it's a time-jumping series. Maybe if you liked Loki and the time variance, you might dig the Liquidators. Astrobots, we don't have any people buying that one. This weird thing called Deadhead. It could be a fun little romp. Lots of covers. Lots of covers. Disavowed is kind of like a G.I. Joe thing, a little homage to Frank. Tama, I think people bought the first issue and never bought any of the other ones, despite them going into second prints. I guess people dig that. High Strangeness, number 2. I like that dark cover. But yeah, there's cool covers for Conan. I like that one. Bisley, Bart Sears. I used to like Bart Sears a lot back in the 90s, and he's still got it. Still got it, man. And Jorge Molina, a great cover. If you like Conan. Blade Runner. This is the last part. Some nice covers for Blade Runner. Blade Runner. But this guy, Ordained, I just found out, this got pushed back. It was on the FOC the last week or two. It's been optioned, and apparently Colin Farrell is tacked on to play this this priest. So it's not even out yet. Optioned. Indie book. There you go. Give it a go. It's got to be good if it was option pre-release. And Berserker, brand new one-shot. Keanu, and it always has something to do with it, but Marjorie Liu is the main writer of this little one-shot. We did just recently restock all our Berserker trades, and we got lots of issues in the bin if you want to check out stuff. I did like this I don't know how to pronounce it, Dialinus? Anyway, foils, and here's the FOC reveal. Don't know who did that one though. The Killer Affairs, HP, The Last Days of HP Lovecraft. We took a shot on that. I think we sold one off the stands, so we'll probably stick to people who are pre-ordering it. Briar is a Boom series that did it have 2 miniseries or just the one? But here's the conclusion, the final miniseries. I did like this one. Torrin Clark. Endeavor number 2. It's been a while since number 1 came out. Skeleton cover. Yeah. Good old distillery. Adventures of Lumen number 3. Devil on My Shoulder number 1. Something terrible has happened. For 40 days she was tortured. Yikes. So a dark chilling story. Couple of covers, Dungeons and Dragons. Last Ronin. We sell a lot of these hardcovers, but there's a box set, some new art. You get all 3 in one. Just threw that up there just in case, because we do sell a lot. More Godzilla, but these red shirt covers, man, all of these are great. I feel like the Star Trek doesn't really have much value. Like, they don't have books that are like blow up like Star Wars does. The gold key ones can go for money, obviously, because it was like the first stuff, and you usually find them in junky condition. But I don't know. I like these skeleton red shirt ones, and I think down the line, nothing crazy, maybe like $10 or $20, but I think they're going to be something. Shadow Man number 4. I feel like this is the only one that people are picking up from the Valiant universe. And Arcadia number 1 is the new Ignition. It's a fantasy series. I did like this Echo cover, so we'll check that out. I think we have the ash cans available in the store. All right, we've been going for a little bit here. We're going to tap out with Marvel, and it's not like a big week. Well, there's the blind bags. So you're going to get original art by a bunch of Marvel mainstays. There's ratios that are exclusive to this. There's one cover that's not a ratio that's exclusive to this, and you can get all the other ratios and covers in these blind bags. So I'm not sure if you like that, the fact that you can get like all the regular covers, or you can just order the regular covers in blind bags. I think it's kind of just because there's been so many good blind bags. Like, even DC will be like, the only way to get foil ones is the blind bags. You can't buy them outside of this. This one's going to have like the A, B, C, D covers in it. But people have bought the bundle of 10, saving 10%. You never know. You might get an original Peach Momoko sketch. And here's the A cover, which you might get in the blind bag. The blank, that fellow, who's that? Variante. We got Dan Panosian, and we got a foil, Derek Chu, Peach Momoko. And again, this universe is ending, and apparently it surprised even like Hickman. He was like, why are you ending it? But it was a story, beginning, middle, end, and that's that. Scotty Young. And that's it for that. But second print, Adam Hughes, Battle World. We're missing a couple covers still. And we've got the Philip Tan Venom in his new Spider-Man suit. That's the new thing for Venom. And Black Cat number 4, Adam Hughes, Caboose in the Air. Derek Chu, and the Streetverse. Cloak and Dagger number 2. Cloak and Dagger are now married. This is part of the Age of Revelation stuff. Daredevil Punisher is getting a miniseries. Trigger. Dan Panosian variant right there. And the Streetwalker. Sorry, Streetverse. Sarah. I actually don't know. Maybe the Panosian one I like the best. I think I like that better than the A cover, but I don't love the Panosian one. Expatriate X-Men. Again, nothing crazy in our store for this whole tie-in, which is kind of sad. I thought it might spark some things, especially for 90s readers who love the Age of Apocalypse. They might jump in. Second printing for that guy sold out. Marvel Zombies. I really like this Greg Land cover. Little zombie Thanos. We've got our Koblish, and Antonio. Boba Fett. A cover, better than the B cover. Undead Iron Fist. Let's check out the Alex Ross. Super bright. Yeah, Alex Ross. Does love his cover runs now, eh? What will he do after Thor? Our Pascal Ferry one is not available. There's a Simonson. You could tell he's older, but he's still got that Simonson look, right? Delato doing his Disney stint. Jason Aaron writing this. Dodderman and Stephanie Hans. Undead. I don't really like these covers. This one I think it's too static. And this one, no, don't like those covers for number 2. Maybe the Godtail one's the best. Yeah, it's a lot more fun. We got our Venom, Black, White, and Blood. I did like this cover. That's pretty cool. And this does have Chris Bachalo doing a story in there. He hasn't done a Marvel thing in a while. X-Avengers 2, Age of Revelation, and this facsimile is going to be a good one. This never. We might have had this once in our store, and it would have been early years back. Trying to think if we actually did have a copy. I think we did, but yeah. Anyway, we'll be putting some extras on this because that's a big book. First Hulk and thing, you know. And there's the foil variant. So that's it, guys. Blind bags, 2 big blind bag decisions to make. Are you going to go in? Are you going to ignore them? We've been selling out of blind bags, so we'll probably be ordering more until people say no more. Anyway, that was the FOC. I'm going to do some back issue work. If you haven't checked out the last back issue update video, you can do that now. I just posted it this morning. That's it. I got nothing else to say. Thanks for hanging out, you four. Bye-bye.